Good evening and welcome to coverage of F7 here in PSGL, the 11th round of the season, and it is Suzuka in Japan, the classic figure of 8 layout which has been used in Formula 1 since 1987 and has been used by Honda as a test track since 1962. I'm glad you can join us tonight. We have 17 drivers committed to racing here tonight, so it should be a lot of action all around. As you can see, we have some of the regulars here tonight, some notable faces like Taze, Leroy and Milan returning. Just going to get to the standings as we wait for everyone to leave the pits. Should be the first driver leaving is Leroy is amongst one of them, as you can see. Just remember, if you're not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. It helps us a lot. Also follow our Twitter handle, Premier Sim GL. And also join the Discord, and you could be one of the drivers here on track next season. Season 30 will be the one information to come at a later date. So, where were we? Oh yes. The standings. The current standings are Lewis and Marcel Grosny are both tied on 87 points, and both drivers are here tonight. Fruitful is in third with 75. Fruitful is also here tonight. Vandenberg in fourth with 57, so even if he wins, he will not advance any further up. Because you get 16 points for win, the most you can get is 17, getting 16 for the win and 1 for the fastest lap. As Joel gets past Van der Brugge in the battle for being the first to try a lap, you'll have clean air. We're going to go on board with Joel here in the McLaren. Not McLaren, Mercedes. This is not 2015 where the McLaren was black. Of course, they're going back to silver. Mercedes are in 2022 rumoured. But here's Joel coming around the first two corners, and his lap has immediately been ruined by Steph. Brilliant job, Steph. Ah, it's an AI as well. Brilliant. Let's hope Vandenberg does not suffer the same fate. I fear he is. Please, Steph, get out of the way. Oh no. Okay, he's got past it. And there's a yellow flag in sector 3. I do believe that's because they are slowing down. But, oh! It's been another incident. Oh, and Steph's gone in the wall while trying to take control of his car. So it's been a horrendous start for Steph, and Joel will feel cheated by that. I think Joel may lose out on a lot of time. I was going to see what the lap was. I'll tell you what, we'll go on board with Zach. As Steph tries to get his way out of the gravel. Coming down the long straight. Coming into the first corner, named First Corner. That's it, it's called First Corner. Going, wow, well, he's deleted. Sorry about that. Who is on a lap? Fruitful's about to start one. Coming down to the straight here, past the Honda. Perfect fitting for the Red Bull special livery. Coming to the first corner and into the second corner. You've got to brake nicely. About 100 miles per hour, and he's lost it! Come on, just let me try and go a lap of this. And Fruitful is out of the session. Taze Leroy sets the best time so far. Let's see, Old Wine goes third. See who's next across the line. It will be Kev. He'll go third. Lalix Morte will have to start again, and he's on mediums anyway. Right, we can try this time. Come around to the first corner, try and don't hit the curbs too much or you will have a big problem in your hands, i.e. probably crash out. Then coming through the S curves, a very tricky part of the circuit, probably the toughest part of the circuit. You got to keep it clean, got to apply the brakes at the right moment to get as much speed as you can out to the corners. Then coming through Dunlop curve, he's done it very nicely indeed. Wrench has just set the fastest time. Now coming through Degner, it's split into two segments. That's Degner 1 and this is Degner 2. He goes and uses all the runoff he can. That is legal, of course. As long as you have one wheel on the track, you are fine, and that is the white lines. So even if like a centimetre you are off, then you still have an invalidation. He's just made it past the hairpin. Of course, that's a tricky part of the track, of course. Then we come down to spoon curve. A little breakdown at 5th or 4th gear, and then down to 2nd gear, up to 3rd. And we've lost Verheyen. He has lost it out of, I think that's out of spoon curve. Coming down the long straight and into 130R. Such a fast corner, 300 kilometers per hour. But then a heavy braking zone, which is the Casio triangle. You've got to be very careful how you navigate this corner, or it may ruin your lap. As he comes out of the... No, Alex Morty has actually given up on the lap. He's not happy with it. And Joel has been given a penalty for a collision of Vandenbrugge. And you can see him and Vandenbrugge are both off the track. Ecos Raggio 5 has joined the lobby. He will be the 18th driver to compete. And this is not a good situation for Joel, because he now has a 5-place grid penalty for his troubles, which unfortunately, due to the game dynamics, cannot be taken away from him, even if he's innocent. Something that probably needs to be addressed for the next game. Here's Milan. Alpine have had a horrid season. Milan has only 3 points from the Netherlands. Alpine have only 9. All of their points were scored in the Netherlands, but Milan making his mark, going 2nd. Remember, he did get pole position in, I believe it was China. Yes, he got pole position in China, but he did not finish it. I believe he went out on the very first lap, which was a hard sell, to be honest. You get no points for a pole position. I, again, think that should be changed for Season 30. Or in Formula 1 in general. Come on, points for pole position. You get points for the sprint, but not pole position. It's some sort of insurance for the driver, I'd have to say. As we are on board with Harman. He's done well this season. Harman is 7th in the championship. He has 2 podiums to his name, 1 in Britain 2nd and Portugal 3rd. And Ecos has immediately left the session. He needs to join quickly, or he will not be able to compete. Harman goes into the pits not happy with his lap. I'm not sure if he invalidated. Here's Lewis, our championship leader, I do believe. Yes, championship leader on count back. He has 2 wins and 3 second places. That is better than Marcel's 2 wins and 0 second places and 3 third places. You know, he is the only driver not... Marcel's the only driver to finish every race. Lewis... Actually, no. Marcel's the only... He's not finished in Austria. He did crash on the final lap, but was classified. He's the only driver to be classified. No driver has finished every race this season. Lewis, of course, was the last one to do so until China, where he DNF'd. That was a bogey race for him. Marcel had a bogey race at Austria. But as you can see, Lewis has been the higher scorer and the more consistent, so he has the nod in this championship battle. If he wants to be better than his championship rival Marcel, he needs to be a 29.266. He comes around spoon curve now. Oh, very wide, but he keeps together. A bit of a slide out of the exit though, and still keeps it in bounds somehow. Coming down the back stretch with the dummy grid there. I'm not sure. Well, they probably wouldn't have DRS because it would be too dangerous going around 130R. A sharp turning point at full speed, and Lewis coming out the final corner. And that will be P2. He's behind by about 2 tenths of Joel, but remember, Joel has a 5-place grid penalty for a collision with Vandenbrugge, so Lewis is effectively on provisional pole. Marcel about to start another lap. It's game time for Marcel. He makes his way around the first 2 corners. The Japanese, they don't make these courses easy. They don't make them a cakewalk. They want a challenge, and they've given us one in the form of Suzuka, and it's been on the calendar for over 30 years. It's a shame we couldn't see it in action this year, but with the new cars in 2022, I cannot wait. As Marcel makes his way around Digna 1 and now Digna 2. Oh, a slide out of there, but he keeps it on the track for now. He's got to be careful because his teammate, not his teammate, his championship rival passes him. Of course, Lewis is a great sport though. He knows that he wants to play fair. Marcel, please play fair. It's for the good of the sport. Comes around the long turn 12 and then turn 13 into spoon curve. Turn 14 at 110 miles per hour. Or kilometer. I should be using kilometers per hour. Imperial measurements ruin me. Sorry to all the Imperial guys out there. So 300 kilometers per hour, breaking into Casio Triangle. Get out of the way! His teammate's hindering him! And he's lost control. He's lost composure. And Marcel is absolutely fuming at his teammate. I think Yarn Alliance should have given way there. He knew that Marcel was coming. And this might cost Marcel some ground as Wrench goes fastest with a 1:28.322 and has a pole position by pretty much 25 thousandths of a second. Wrench has been putting in the practice and has been putting in the times, showing how well he is doing at qualifying. Wrench has one pole position in Italy, but he couldn't convert that into win. He finished 5th. Kev goes 4th with a 28.455. Harmon needs to set a lap. He has 6 minutes to do so. There's a lot of yellow flags going on. If you're wondering that is, it's because drivers are slowing down to give way to drivers on a hot lap. I think that needs to be addressed for the next game too, because they normally don't do that for the Formula 1 Championship. As Old Wine has went off the track, Vandenberg invalid. Meanwhile, Harmon coming around the final 2 corners, and he'll be the next to set a time. Oh, nearly grazes the pit wall, and he gets 8th. So he's on the board at last. Zach Pitts, not happy with his time. Wrench will not be doing another one. Oh, and that is Van der Brugge. He's not had a great qualifying. Remember, I did say that the Japanese don't make their courses easy. They make them really tough, and it hurts. It hurts, but that's sport. You can't stand the heat. Get out of the kitchen. Or get out of Suzuka, anyway. Please don't get out of Suzuka. Japan is a lovely country, and I really want to visit it. It's so much more clean than the United Kingdom. Sorry. Around comes Spaghetti Chips in the final corner. And he goes up 1 spot to 1:29.262. He is a quarter of a second faster than he was last time. And oh dear. Death spins out on turn number 2. All drivers have been doing their times on... Well, Marcel's actually done his best time on medium tyres. He's on an outlap now. Doesn't seem to be anyone on an actual lap. Ecos has just joined the session. He'll have a chance to set a time. Or Raggy, I think Ecos is the esports team. It's a trend for drivers to put their team initials, their 3 initials, and then an underscore followed by their name. Which I don't mind at all. Of course, you got to represent your team. Let's see what is going on. F2 is on right now, and so is F4. F3 doesn't seem to be on. Oh yeah, it is on. F4 is on, F2 is on, F1 is on, and F7. But here is Marcel coming around the S's right now. And remember, F1, F5, F6, F8, but most importantly F1. Oh, Jarno Lyons actually left the session. He needs to get in soon. But yes, F1 member coming on later with Duncan, Eustace and the gang, all under the watchful eye of not Luke tonight, but Jess. Jessica Ball will be commentating tonight for the F1 division, not F2. So, nice change for tonight. Luke, unfortunately, Luke Etheridge could not be with us tonight. He has work commitments, but we wish him the best of luck, and we hopefully will see him again next week. But here is Marcel. This is very crucial for the championship, because, of course, 5 rounds to go. Not a lot of points left to be won. 85 at most. Coming through the Casio triangle. Named after... Oh, he's invalidated! The last thing you want to do, Marcel! And this puts Lewis in a very comfortable position. He is 2 minutes still, Marcel. I don't think he's going to have any more time to set a lap. Yeah, he's retired. He is absolutely furious. He will have to start on a free choice of tyres, of course, but he's got a big ask ahead of him tonight. Lewis knows he's going to finish ahead of his title rival, but he wants to get further up the grid and try and maximise his chance of maximum points. And with that, he can get a pole position. And here goes Lewis on his final run. Should be right. Yeah. Will definitely be his final run. And looking at the trend of the times, and Joel has crashed at Spoon Curve. And he was on a lap. Where is he? Oh dear, that is a horrendous place to crash the car. I'm trying to check. Milan has spun off at the Spoon Curve while trying to set a lap, but let's see how Lewis is doing, and he's invalidated. Oh, and he's in the wall. So it looks like at best it will be 6 for Lewis. Now we're taking a look at Spaghetti Chips has also went off the track. Vandenberg coming around the final corner to start his final lap, and his teammate Alex Lamorte has gone off. There's Sector 1, Sector 2 everywhere, 20 seconds to go. Milan has crashed into the wall and he's out of the session. Wrench coming through the final corner now. Taze Leroy coming through Dunlop Curve. Wrench trying to extend further. Oh my goodness, he had to navigate the wreckage, but it doesn't matter. He extends his time at the top. It's 1:28.288. That's going to be a tough one to beat, considering Leroy needs to improve by 1/10. Lewis has lost the entire front wing. Raggy has retired. He was not able to set a time. He'll start at the back. Look, Zach has come in. Lewis definitely not going to be completely this lap. Kev has backed off. Leroy is the only chance I can see of a driver setting off Wrench at the top. How fast is he though? He's improved by a 10th. This is crucial. It's going to be very close here. Can he get pole position at the last gasp? He needs to navigate these corners clean. He does. Has he done enough? No, he's not. He's 3 thousandths slower than last time, which means, unless Vandenberg spoils the party, I don't see him doing it in all honesty, but let's see if he comes round the final corner. He will not. He gets 9th. Wrench is on pole position for the 2nd time this season. He did it in Italy and now he's done it here in Japan. And Spaghetti Chips and Lewis bashing around. Lamorte still on a lap, but he spun off at the final corner and he's just went off into gravel now. And there's a tyre in the middle of the road. He's driven right through it. Come on, Alex, get the line. Stop wasting our time. Why are you in 2nd gear? Come on, Alex, get the line. Is he actually doing this on purpose? Go on, bash into him. I dare you. No, don't do that, please. So that is the session over. Wrench will be on pole position. Joel will not be in 2nd. He has a penalty 5-place grid penalty. He'll start in 7th. Taze Leroy will be on the front row alongside Wrench. And it'll be Kev, Steph, Lewis, Milan, Joel, Jarno Lyon, Van de Brugge, Oldwine Harmon, Zach, Alex Lamorte, Spaghetti Chips, Marcel, the worst time set all day, all session, Fruitful, Verhanen, and Raggy. That is your grid for the race. It's going to be an intriguing one, I have to say. Got we've got fans of both Leroy and Wrench here tonight, and Marcel as well. Great to see. Alex, please retire from the session. Thank you. There's your grid. That is not correct. He should be in 7th. Look at that, by the way. The top 15 separated by a whole second. And look, 8th to 15th separated by 4 attempts. How close can you get? I mean, esports is like 2 or 3 attempts, but they've been practicing for years. Anyone's game. Marcel's actually set some amazing time trials. He's top 10 in the world in some tracks. So that's something to watch out for. Marcel likes to work his way up the field as well. Of course, we have seen drivers drive from the back of the grid to victory, so anything can happen, Marcel. This is going to be one to watch. Don't go anywhere. Well, I mean, you can go anywhere. I mean, don't go away from the broadcast. Do not adjust your set. You can watch this on your phone, on your tablet, on the big screen, on one of those big advertising hoardings, perhaps. And that'd be ridiculous, but still. Alright, it's a lovely sunny day here in Suzuka, which is funny because usually they get typhoons at this time of year. Looks at 2019 being postponed to Sunday, qualifying. So we're just waiting for the drivers to get set to go. We're going to get started in about 15 seconds. Just to let you know, in F2, Paxi has taken pole position with a 1:27.49 by a quarter of a second. My goodness me, another world this driver is from. Where does he get his talent? Actually, is Jess... No, Jess is not doing F2. She's doing F1. Good luck, Jess. In F3, Cortez is pole position by a closer gap of 21 pounds. Of F4, they have just completed it, and I do believe Slimbo has got pole position by about 1.5 tenths, and he set a 1:27 too, so fair play. Paxi was, for comparison, a 1:27.4. Let's see what tyres everyone is using. Well, no surprise, top 10 softs, new ones, no, not new ones, used ones, because they have to do that, and bottom 8 fresh mediums. So, everyone playing by the rules today, the unwritten rules, I should say. 17 viewers, welcome to you all. Don't forget, you can watch F2, F3, and F4 just about to begin their races, but don't stay off of here, try and watch all 4 if you can. It's doable. I do it all the time. When watching PSGL F1, I watch all the onboards. PC F1, that is. And again, people only just watch it for Yarno. Please watch it for Tom Martinez and Barry Burmand and the crew. Oh, and George Morgan. His voice is absolutely amazing. Here they come, around the final corner. To begin the race, look how large the grid is. I think it's believed to be that large because it's to fit all the Super GT cars. Or the Super Formula cars. But you know. Alright, onto the grid they go. For some reason, Fruitful has fallen behind Raggy and Rahanen. Come on, don't do that, please. Alright, I'm going to turn this off so you can see the start of the race. Wrench on the right. Leroy on the left. Godspeed, my friends. We have 5 lights. And off we go. Great start from Wrench. But look at this. Leroy getting swarmed by Kev and Steph. And there's a yellow in sector 1. It looks like Vanderbrugge. He's just not having a great day, is he, Vanderbrugge? He spun off at turn number 2 and falls to the back of the grid. Joel has already moved up 1 position, passing Milan, his teammate in terms of esports teams, that is, the IFR. But look at this, Milan trying to get back at him, but it doesn't look like it's going to pay off at all. Steph in a Haas sandwich right now with Kevin Lewis, coming up to the hairpin now. And Alex Lamorti's also fallen back. This is not going well for the AlphaTauri boys. Milan battling with Old Line, coming out of the hairpin, and they're still battling, coming through turn number 12. And Alex Lamorti is out! Alex Lamorti, oh, a big accident for Alex Lamorti around turn number 12. This might be a safety car. It's a virtual safety car. This will slow the field down to 60%, or is it 40%? I know it's 40%, either down to 40%. Still, it will slow the pack down regardless. So Wrench has the lead, followed by Leroy, Kevin, Steph, Lewis, Joe, Milan, Olwine, Harmon, Zach, Spaghetti Chips, Fruitful, Yarnolion, Marcel Grosny, Raggy, Verheyen and Vanderbrugge, and Alex Morty, who's out. Position changes right now. Looks like Yarno had a horrible start. He lost 5 positions, but Fruitful had the best one. He gained 4. The top 5 remain the same. Vandenberg, of course, lost 8 as well. So, not a great day to be an AlphaTauri fan. The virtual safety car has ended. We're back underway, and Wrench will be the one leading him off. Taze Leroy under pressure from Kev, who's about a few tenths behind, and Old Wine has lost a lot of positions. I think he might have suffered wing damage, and he's in the wall. He definitely has damage now for sure. And he's losing positions left, right and centre, and so is Lewis! Lewis has lost out the hairpin, and this is crucial for the championship! And Marcel has pulled ahead! Lewis is absolutely struggling. He must have had something happen at the hairpin. I didn't catch it, but it has cost him lots of positions, and he's plumb last now. And this gives a twinkle in Marcel's eye. He will have the lead of the championship if he can score some points, and Lewis doesn't. He's in 11th right now. See a good battle between Raggy and Old Wine. Raggy goes wide at 130R. They're going side by side. Give me a better view than that, please. As they go out of the Casio triangle, and Raggy has lost some ground, and now Verheyen will put him hot under the collar. Side by side they go, and Lewis has sped into the pit lane. That's not going to do him anything. Please don't retire. Oh, Wine goes wide, and Verheyen will take position, and Old Wine and Raggy collide. I think they might have. Raggy might have just got caught out by Old Wine going wide, and Raggy nearly loses it at the S's. Crazy battles going on, and it's not even for the points. Marcel needs to make a move. If he makes a move right now, he will be in the point and in the championship lead. Sorry about that, was just checking the leaderboards. Not much close happening now. We are on board with Milan, and Joel is actually behind Steph. Of course, Red Bull using a Japanese livery for this race, just like they have since the Turkish Grand Prix. Fruitful is the only one that can really stop the top two. That's if he wins, as the fastest lap is set by Wrench. Kev right up to Taze Leroy. And Jarno Lion has lost connection again. I think this might be curtains for his race. I think that's why he lost so many positions. Oh, an old wine! Keep it clean, Kev! Kev is gone! Kev is gone at the Dunlop curve! And he's losing, he's out of the points. Marcel now has the effective championship lead for now. Kev, oh, he's really struggling now. His tyres will be really hot. Oh, he's lost it into the wall. And there goes his front wing. This gets worse. Oh, don't do that. That's dangerous. And Raggy has spun out of Degner, and he's lost his entire front wing. So that's two drivers lost their front wing. And it's a safety car. There's too much damage on the track. Marshall's having to clean it all up, and they think it's too dangerous. So it will be a safety car. It will be a reset of the field. Not a reset, it will be. That would be horrendous. So what will... Leroy's going to pit! Leroy's going to pit! Wrench is staying out! Leroy's going to pit, and this is going to be crucial to the business end of the race. I think Leroy's going to come in on a hard, and usually they will get to the end of the race. He's got to be careful about his tyre conservation though. If he's not too conservative, it might cost him a chance at winning this race. Milan, Zach, Harmon, Owain, Joel and Vandenbroek have also pit. Raggy, of course, and Kev are going to pit. What? Lewis is, what's he doing? Something's wrong here. He can't be on one lap down. That's wrong. That is definitely wrong. I know it. He's just cut the corner. I think he's going to get disqualified. The game, yeah, he's disqualified. I think the game is broken. And I really hope this is not the case. And this will cost Lewis the championship lead. If this is true, remember you cannot overtake the safety car even if you're a lap down. I am just going to check from the chat, see what happened, but that is Lewis out of the race, DQ. And if there is a glitch for this game, we will be restarting the race. Everyone that is Leroy and below has pit. The top 7 have not. And I'm going to check the tape actually. See what happened. So the two Red Bulls lead. Well, surprise, surprise. Let me check the tapes. So Lewis was 30 seconds behind. And then he pit. No, he's 40 seconds behind. I think he may have lost it somewhere. Yeah, he crashed at the bridge. Lewis was in the pit. Yeah, he was just very unlucky, and he knows he cannot overtake the safety car. So that is Lewis out of the race. It was on his own accord. It was not a glitch. So I do apologise for any confusion, but Lewis had some problems and had to pit again. And as soon as he got out of the pits, he was lapped. And as you know, you cannot pass. What's happened to Raggy's helmet? Where's it gone? His helmet's gone! Surely that's a breach of health and safety rules! You can't ride without a helmet, that's ridiculous! What? He's got no helmet! He's got no helmet! Why would you ride without a helmet? I know it's a video game and all, but I just find that very amusing. Does that work for all the other drivers? Well, we're maybe waiting a little longer because Raggy has pit. Ah! He's the only driver that has that case. How peculiar. Right, we're waiting for Raggy to get around. Please slow the field down, Raggy, as soon as you can. I'm not sure if Raggy will get there in time. I might not be going this lap. Are we? I don't think we are. I think we might be doing another lap under the safety car. Are we? Are we? Are we? Are we? Need to find out. Don't think we are. Safety car staying out. So we will be doing another lap of the safety car. So we'll be going at lap 8. Kev's actually pit. I think he might go to the mediums. Yes, he's going to go to the mediums. It's going to be an interesting strategy. There it is. They are the yellow wall tires. They are the medium tires. Of course, a weird downhill pit straight they have. I'm sure he will get to the back of the pack as soon as he can. Yeah, look! No helmet! We got no helmet Raggy. It's kind of like, this is probably worse. It is probably worse than not wearing a mask in a store. Wearing nothing. Not nothing. The worst thing, something that's way worse than not wearing a mask in a store during a pandemic is not wearing a helmet during a race. I think the team at Alpine are all run by Karens. Ah, this beautiful game. Should be getting going again. As long as the game behaves. Let's see what happened in other divisions. Nuff's having a horrible race. I commentated the one Nuff won last season. Safety car is in this lap. Oh, there was a big crash at the start in F4. Oh god, that was a big one. Alright, we're getting underway again by the looks of it. Wrench will lead the field around the Casio Triangle and the final corner. We're back underway racing. Let's see what is going to unfold. Zach right on the back of Harmon. They move to the right, to the inside of the pit wall. And now Zach's going to try and move on the outside of first corner, but Harmon goes wide. It's easy pickings for Zach as he goes into 9th place. Harmon's not done it from yet though, he wants the position back. See if everyone can get around The S is clean, and they do. And Ecos Reggie is pit again. I'm not sure what happened. He might have got damage there. No penalties to report off so far, though. That's good to see. Just a reminder, the top 7 have already pitted. Tate Leroy stuck behind the ghost of Yarno, who has not been participating at all. Remember, he will not score any points because he is not taking control of the car the whole race because he lost connection. It will be a DQ. So Taze Leroy, the front row starter, making those moves. Milan also trying to make some moves on Van der Broek, who has struggled throughout this race. Or race night. And Milan's going to go for the move before 130R, and he will get it done. Very nice move from the Alpine driver, who have been struggling. They really want to prove that they can compete with the best. And Zach passes the ghost of Yarno Lion. Meanwhile, Harman now on the back of Yarno Lion, but Joel trying to pass Olwine. Remember, he had a 5-place grid penalty for a collision with Van der Broek. Chasing Olwine. Olwine will go into the points with this move, and there it is. Degnas are always a pretty tough circuit to navigate. Oh! Kev has spun at the hairpin. I'm not sure what happened. It was probably a collision between him and Van der Broek. And that's the end for him. Maybe. Actually, no, it's not. It could be the end of his winning, yes. He's just had a horrible restart, and now Oldwine's behind Harman. You can see we have a very unorthodox wheel. As you see, it's not attached. The MFD is not attached to the wheel. But look at this, Oldwine right next to Harman. He's going for a dive in the Casio triangle. A brave move. He's going on the outside now, but Harman gets a penalty. Now that could have been caused by Oldwine pushing him into the corner. But Olwine gets the move done, and we've lost Milan! Oh, there's a big crash there! There's a couple of other cars involved. Joel was one of them, and he's lost his entire front wing. Milan is in the wall. He failed to finish here in F4 last season. He's failed to finish again. And that is the end for Joel for Milan. Joel has lost his front wing, and he will... Oh, he's struggling. Well, at least with the safety car back out. Safety car is back out again after just 2 laps of clean racing. Milan just cannot catch a break here in PSGL F7. So this will be a wake-up call for the 2 soft tyre runners that are left standing. Both Red Bulls, Wrench and Steph, both 1-2. Surely they should be pitting now. Surely they should all be pitting now. I can see these 4 medium runners. Well, they actually have to go on hard. They cannot, and I repeat, they cannot use the same compound twice and nothing else. They have to use 2 different ones. As look at this, 2 Red Bulls in formation. I'm sure they will be pitting come to the pit stops. And yes, they do. Oh, it's going to be a double stack as well. They've both come in. Why do you double stack? Doesn't make sense to me, but Steph is going to fall right down the order. Wrench takes some mediums. Steph is falling... Yes, Steph is falling right down the order. I'm not sure why he pitted. A double stack will hurt your chances if you're behind. And Steph, oh, he's come out behind Van der Broek. So he's out of the points now. It's Spaghetti Chips, Marcel, Verheyen staying out. Whereas Leroy and Zach, they're staying on the hards. They think they can get around on the hards. Joel will come out 14th, so pretty much a reset for him. So Spaghetti Chips leads this race, followed by Marcel, Verheyen, Leroy, Zach, Old Wine, Wrench, and Steph lost 3 positions with that double stack. So, is he regretting pitting? Not sure. Just a little update on the other divisions. There's a safety car in F2 after an incident that involved Valentine Ty 28. Oh, and there was a big spin there. That was Kazizzle, I think. Had to be. He's in red, yeah. Should be going in the next lap, unless drivers do pit. Can keep my eyes peeled for that. Fruitful's pitting. He thinks he's gonna... Well, actually, he just pit. Did he get damaged, perhaps? No, he didn't. He's gonna do that strat. He's gonna use the loophole where he started on mediums. Did he start on mediums? Yes, he started on mediums. And he went into hards, and he went pit again, and now he's on mediums, so he's already used his 2 compounds despite just doing 1 lap on the hards. Very interesting, but it sometimes doesn't pay off. Will it for Fruitful here today? That's the question. There's also a safety car in F4 again. Toxic Tomato crashing out at turn number 12, hard as well. This is a very difficult track, it's very narrow, very tight, very fast. No room for error. And tonight has shown why. Hey, my good friend Kryptonite. Currently leading F3, and of course one of our admins here. Always there on the job. And he does it very, very well. So we should be getting underway once again with the safety car in this lap. And is indeed. Safety car in this lap, lights are off. So Spaghetti Chips is in the position of leading this entire field. Oh my goodness, Marcel, I think I actually touched him there. Oh my god, he's got a penalty! He's got a penalty! Look at this, they're all lining up behind him, getting very impatient. He finally gets away, but my goodness, Marcel is going to be furious. Spaghetti has also got a penalty. It's not done him any favours, and now Marcel could be about to lose second position to Verheyen. They come around the first corner now. My goodness, they're going in 2x2 like Noah's Ark. Jarno's lost position again, no surprise there. That's Jarno with a Y, by the way. Wrench is down to 7th, wants to try and get past Old Wine for 6th. Old Wine on the hard tyres, of course more worn, but pretty much more pace for Wrench. You'd think he'd get past him soon enough, but look at this, Vandenberg closing right up to Harmon, hoping that he makes a mistake, but he doesn't, not yet anyways. They come into the hairpin. Harmon dives on the inside of Wrench and gets the move done. Brilliant move. And now Wrench is under threat from Vandenberg here, the sister car of Red Bull. Coming round turn number 12. Wrench wants that position back, but he's not going to get it now. That's just being too impatient. If he did, he's going to go for it here perhaps. Both on the same tyre, both the same wear. Who has the better pace? It looks like it's Harmon for now. As, look at this. Old Wine right behind Zach, and he wants to make a move. But Steph trying to make a move on Vandenberg. The AlphaTauri in a Red Bull sandwich. My goodness, free wide into the... My goodness me. Into the Casio triangle, the barging and bagging each other. Wrench and Vandenberg. This is a horror show for the two Red Bulls. My goodness me, could have been pushed into the wall there. This is absolutely intense as they head into the first corner once again, and Vandenberg shuts that door on Wrench. Into 8th place he goes. He has made a great comeback. Vandenberg right back into the thing of it. And this is a horror show from the Red Bulls. They're nearly out of the points. They've gone from possibly having 28 down to 3. The gamble has not paid off. Vandenberg's next opponent will be Old Wine. He is on the Warren Hards. Tries to switch back, doesn't get anything from it. Coming through turn number 12 now. Maybe he might get more front straight line speed. Coming down to the spoon curve now. Old Wine goes a little wide there. Oh, careful Vandenberg, you don't want to make a mistake there. And then, as now Wrench wants revenge. And he's going to go on the side of Vandenberg. I don't see this ending well unless someone backs out. He doesn't go for the move ultimately. And now he moves to the other side. But so does Vandenberg. Vandenberg goes wide at the first Casio triangle corner. And this gives an opportunity for Wrench to go on the outside. But he goes on the grass and that's going to cost him time. And here comes his teammates. Steph makes the move for Knight, but they shouldn't get too intimate because that will cost the positions. They're going side by side into the first two corners, but Steph shuts at Wrench. This is just horrendous for Wrench. He started in the pole position and now he's down to 10th. And Vandenberg wasting no time getting to work now. 7th place is now his. And Old Wine starting to lose more positions. Steph passes him for 8th. And it looks like Wrench could follow in his footsteps. But he makes a mistake out of Digner 2. That ain't going to help him at all. He's going to have to go for it at a hairpin. He's going to try and dive in the inside. Oh no! He hits Old Wine! He hits Old Wine and he gets rebounded off by... Oh my goodness me. And Wrench now about to lose a position to Fruitful, and Kev has crashed at turn 12. My goodness me, drama every corner of the circuit. Joel now chasing Wrench for 9th, who punted off Old Wine by the looks of it, who's now in the bottom 10. Raggy now right behind Old Wine. Joel trying to find a place to pass Wrench. He's going to go for the Casino Triangle, but no, he decides to back out at the end. But surely he will have the DRS. But so will his teammate. Fruitful's right behind. And here goes Wrench and Joel going to war. Joel coming hurtling towards him at speed. Wrench takes the inside, ain't gonna work. They're going side by side in the first corner. My goodness me, what defense from Wrench. As Raggy gets a 3-second penalty. My goodness me. This is hard to heat up. Oh, Spaghetti Chips has lost 2 positions. And now Taze Leroy's going to come right for him. What happened to Spaghetti? He must have lost it in the S's. Taze Leroy tried to make a move, but he backed off. I don't know what happened there. But Steph now, right behind Zach. Coming in an ordinary line. Orderly line. Steph now 3 tenths behind Zach. Zach is on used hards. Oh, and he makes a mistake. And I do believe Old Wine has crashed after just pitting at the Dunlop curve. Now they come towards 130R. Who's going to have the guts to make a move? Steph might. It's going to go to the inside and Zach just after 130R. He's going to go side by side into the triangle, but no, he goes wide and he might lose ground. Vandenberg's right on his tail. Marcel sets the fastest lap and Spaghetti Chips is in the pit. He must have damage. And this is not good for the driver who led the safety car restart. Marcel now takes the lead. And he had a horrible qualifying, but now he's in a brilliant position to extend his lead. But remember, he has a 5-second penalty and he has to serve it when he has to pit next because he hasn't used his 2 compounds. I was saying it was a good position, but not if you have to pit. Wrench down in 8th. With drivers pitting, it's actually helped them a bit. Recouped their losses, but there's a long orderly line going for 3rd position. All the way down to 10th. And Steph trying to get involved with Zach, trying to make some action. Fireworks fly in the air, perhaps. I know it's not bonfire night yet, but who cares? Oh, you gotta be careful at Spoon Curve, guys. Come on. And Old Wine has retired from the session in the pit lane. Meanwhile, back to the battle at hand. Steph closing up to Zach again at the same place he did last time. He's got more straight line speed by the looks of it, even on the medium tyres. Now going into the Castillo triangle. No, gets cut off by Zach. He cannot make the move. And I think Vandenberg hit him in the back there. But he's going to go for a move here. And he's going to go on the inside of Steph. But look at this, Wrench just behind him as a not so innocent bystander. Steph and Vandenberg, but Vandenberg backs off into the first corner. Oh! And, oh, that's Old Wine retiring. That could have caused a scare, but look at this. Drivers from 5th to 10th are bunched up right now. A 6-car train. Leroy right behind Harmon. To be honest, we don't see much of the Aston Martin. I hate to say it. It's pretty criminal. Still lots of battling go on here at the midfield. This 4 crucial points. Got 3 tenths between Zach and Steph. I know I'm stating the obvious at this point, but you know, this could build into a crazy battle. Wrench right behind Vandenberg again. Just doesn't seem anyone can make moves up to this point, but Steph right behind Zach again, and he's going to try and do what he failed on previous occasions, going into the Castillo triangle. No! It's horrible for Steph. He's just lost a bunch of places coming out of there and is now down into 11th. He just got too greedy into the Castillo triangle and he's fallen out of the points as Zach has been passed by Vandenberg. But look at this, Wrench going to the outside, but he goes wide and he might get a warning for that. And now right behind him is Fruitful and Joel, the 2 Mercedes. I wonder where they've seen this before. Spaghetti Chip sets the fastest lap, but if he needs to get that point, he needs to be in the top 10. Is Marcel gambling and banking on hopefully there's another safety car? He's got to hope something happens behind. That's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him. Kev gets the fast lap, but he needs to be in the points if he needs to score a point. A bonus, that is. You don't get it if you're not in the points. No point. Oh, look at this! Fruitful on the inside of French. Oh, and they bang wheels coming out of it. Turn number 12. No! Big accident here in Suzuka. French and Fruitful are out of the race. A huge contact, and it's taken them both out. And I don't know how that's not a safety car. That is a horrendous accident. They didn't keep an inch away from each other, and that has cost them big time. I am surprised that's not brought out the safety car, but Marcel has probably been playing for the safety car. And Steph finally tries to make a move. It is a safety car. Now, it is a safety car, and Steph has missed the pit lane, but I'm sure he'll be finishing on these tyres. I do like to apologise to advance if I blew out anyone's eardrums. I just could not believe that happened. That is the end for the pole sitter Wrench and championship contender Fruitful here at Suzuka. 12 drivers remain, and Marcel has been given a gift from God, but remember, he has to serve a 5-second penalty for a collision with spaghetti chips on the restart. Oh, I'm gonna get some hate mail for my ear rape. You lighting up the mood there, Mr. Morton. Lol, this looks more like Open Logging League race. What that was. There surely are going to be words said about that, though. Wrench and Fruitful crashing. That is crucial for the championship. Fruitful gave him so much room, he says, in the Discord. I'm sure that Marcel and Vahanen will be pitting. They'll be getting fresh softs once they come out, and they'll have much less time lost because of the scenario being a safety car. Pretty much just what they needed. They'll be going on softs for sure. And then they go. Oh, Harmon's joining in the fun too. Leroy's staying out. He's gambling. Steph also comes in. So you see they are waiting 5 seconds as mandatory by the penalty system. And on go the softs. The red wall tyres for the driver in the number 97. What I don't like is you can't use the F1 numbers. Should let us use the number 13 or the number 100 or the number 44. Marcel's come out in 5th. Vahanen's come out in 3rd. Leroy will lead the race, but he is on hard tyres. It's a big ask. And he will have to finish. By the time he finishes, he'll have 22 lap old hards. It's going to be a big ask. But Vandenberg, not so sure. If he can play a great defensive game, he could come out on top. So all the drivers haven't got to the pack yet, so we are going to be doing another lap. I am actually going to take this time to rewatch what just happened. So give me 1 second. God. Oh my God. My goodness me, the mouth. I have never screamed that loud in any race ever. There's a clip on my YouTube where I went absolutely ape when there was a huge crash in this Project Cars 2 race. This car hit this car T-boned and then flew into the air. Both cars flew into the air. What's happened to Joel? Seems like Joel's lost positions. Jan Loyen should not be scoring any points, and he probably will not be. He's on 11 lap hards. I don't think he's even in the lobby. No, he's not. He's not been in the lobby at all. I mean, Wrench is understandable. He and Fruitful got taken out by each other. So they're all lined up. We're going to have a 5-lap shootout, a 5-lap sprint. Hi PSGL Sprint, how are you doing? Can't wait for that in the coming years. Don't do that, Leroy, please. And they pass the corpses of Wrench and Fruitful. Goodness me. Oh, after that happened, I don't know what to expect here. There's 11 drivers in contention for this race win. And somehow, Marcel is one of them. And he has a huge opportunity to take the lead, a bigger lead in the championship. He is on the brink of being 17 points ahead of his title rivals. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Leroy will lead them away, but it is anyone's game here at Suzuka. Who is going to come out on top by the end of this? Tease Leroy will lead. Oh, Vandenberg, please don't get too close. Oh, very bunched up, weary and raring to go. Here they come down the straight. Who is going to pounce first? I think it's going to be Verheyen. He has the fresher tyres and the softer compound. Raggy's lost position already. They come into the first corner. Harman right on the back of Verheyen. And Jarno Line losing positions, of course. He should be ghosted. Yes, he is ghosted because he's not in the lobby. They come through the S's now. And Raggy is losing position. Zach has lost position and he has been taken out. He's been taken out, and Steph has also lost position. I think it was him and Joel that collided, and Zach is out. Zach is out of the race. He's retired on track. That might be a penalty. He's still moving, but that's the end of his race. And there's a side-by-side battle between Steph and Kev here. This for 9th position, but it looks like Steph is going to hold on to 9th for now. So all these drivers in the points now. Jarno Line does not count. He's not been racing at all. Now Vandenberg 3 tenths behind, but here's Verheyen. Can Vandenberg hold on somehow? Taze Leroy screaming for grip on these used hards. My goodness me, they nearly come together. Coming out of the Casio triangle. 3-second penalty for Harman. Not going to not do him any favours at all. Steph has lost a position. He's lost another position. As now they're coming, they'll go 3 wide. Down into the first turn for P8. My goodness me, even the back markers can find sensational action. And they come through clean with Steph keeping on 8th place. And Raggy's still fighting on, trying to go into the S's. This is not going to end well. Oh, Kev's at the wall. Big accident for Kev, and that means he is at the back of the field once again. Well, he already was, but he probably lost his chance of getting any more points from this as they head into Degner, the leaders. Verheyen in prime position to try and make a move on Vandenberg. He has the grip. He has the softer tyres. Coming into the hairpin now. They're going in an orderly fashion. No one changing in the pecking order just yet. 4 laps to go. Haha, someone's got a lot of work watching crashes. Yeah. I wouldn't want the job of getting out penalties either, but this is Suzuka. Anything can happen. Lewis just watching, reading the wings. Hopefully something horrible happens to Marcel. Oh, please don't say that. Well, I just did. Kev will get the point, even if he doesn't get past Jarno, by the way. Jarno will be disqualified because he didn't take control of his car. Battle between Steph and Spaghetti Chips, and Steph's got a penalty for corner cutting. And Harman now coming down the straight. Right behind Verheyen and Vandenberg, Taze Leroy as well. DRS will be enabled for these final 3 laps. There's only one place to do it, and that's down the front stretch. So we'll only have 2 chances to use it, really. Verheyen Waiting patiently. Oh, careful in the Dunlop curve, please, boys. Harman has seemed to have got a better exit out of the Dunlop curve and is right behind Verheyen heading into Degner 2. Joel right up and close to Marcel Grizzly. This is crucial for the championship. Oh, he's bumped Marcel. He bumps Marcel again. Going into the hairpin. Harman and Verheyen battling for third place. And this could determine the win as well. How has Taze Leroy hold on to this first place after all this is unfolded? Answers on a postcard, please. Marcel has had the whole works thrown at him today. He has had a horrible qualifying. He had a 5-second penalty, but he's still fighting on and in 5th place has a chance at glory here. But he's too far behind Harman to make it happen. Steph trying to battle with Spaghetti Chips. They're bang wheels again, just like last time, but he's got through now. 2 laps to go here in Japan. Spaghetti right behind Steph once again, but Steph has the DRS and so does Spaghetti Chips as they head into the first corner. Nothing changing. Verheyen right behind Van der Brugge. Somehow Taze Leroy still hanging on to the lead. This would be an incredible way to win the race. With all the soft runners hurtling towards him, it's not even budged him at all. How has he managed to hold on? Taze Leroy has no one in his sight really. Van der Brugge just can't seem to get close to him. Verheyen is chasing him down like a hawk. But they're spread up the top 3 again. Coming around Spoon curve for the penultimate time. Can they keep it clean? Yes, they can. Down to 130R now. The battle's starting to disappear and ease off. Anyone going to make a move at the Casio Triangle? No is the answer. This is going to be their last chance to make a move. Verheyen has a slide out of the final turn, and now Van der Brugge is going for the move, and Taze Leroy for the lead, and he's got it. Into the lead he goes. But Harman and Verheyen are side by side, and Verheyen holds on to third for now. And no, he strikes back, Harman does, but he can't make a move. Verheyen holds on to third for now. Taze Leroy is starting to lose grip on these 21 lap old hard tyres. Can he hold on to a podium? All the drivers hurtling towards him at speed. My goodness, I think his number's up. How he has held on to this, I have no clue. But he's not going to win the race. I think it might be Van der Brugge again. Van der Brugge could be on course to win his 3rd race in 5. And get into the contention for the championship. Perhaps. But none of the soft runners have actually had a chance to make a move on the front runners on the harder compounds. Taze Leroy might just be able to hold on, but Harman giving it one last push to go for a podium, but I don't see the point. He's got a penalty. He's going on the outside. And oh, he crashes into Verheyen, but Van der Brugge is going to win here in Japan, and it's going to be massively close, but Verheyen's going to get 3rd, Marcel's going to get 4th, Joel 5th, Steph 6th. Oh my goodness me, a big crash for Raggy at the back. Spaghetti jumps past his teammate. Raggy has crashed at the finish line. Yarnalion will not be 10th, it should be Kev. Yarnalion will be disqualified, but my goodness me, what a finish. Taze Leroy tried to hang on, but in a Raikkonen 2005S move, Van der Brugge managed to take the victory away from him despite everything that happened to him today. He still came out on top. What a performance from Van der Brugge. Whew. I need to lie down. Then again, when have I never said that? Congratulations to Paxi, who won an F2. F1's just happening right now. You'll switch over to that as soon as you can, please. Don't think we're going to have any interviews, considering how crazy that was. There is your result. He started from 9th, and he managed to finish on top. Vandenberg, your winner. Taze Leroy started 2nd, finished 2nd. Decent result. Verheyen, he didn't even set a time in qualifying and still managed to finish 3rd. Marcel manages to add 8 points to his total. He now leads the championship by that much. He advanced 11 places. Disappointment for Steph. He couldn't convert into a win. Wrench couldn't convert into a win. Kev, disappointment as well. He started 3rd. Raggy managed to score some points. Good for him. Alpine finally get their first points since Netherlands. And it's also a good result for Spaghetti and Harmon. Oh, and there's the rest of them just in time. Of course, Lewis getting disqualified for passing the safety car illegally. Now falls 8 points behind his title rival. Actually, who got the fastest lap? Can someone tell me who got the fastest lap, please? I just missed it. I was too focused on how much people advanced. Vandenberg's now on 73, I should just mention. Marcel on 95, leads the championship. There's 4 rounds to go. With Vandenberg's pace, you never know. He could still be in the hunt for this championship. Vandenberg now the first driver of the season to win 3 times. Oh, I should actually let you know, I completely forgot about the findings for last week. Verheyen didn't actually set a time because... Actually, no, there were no incidents in Canada. Sorry, this was a couple weeks ago. Sorry. Anyway, I'm gonna have to leave you there. F1 is just about to turn on, so please don't miss that. Jess is commentating. Give her all the luck in the world. She deserves it. She's a brilliant commentator, a brilliant role model for women in sports commentary. I will see you next week, and we will be in Mexico. No, not next week. 2 weeks. Mexico's the Grand Prix. But yeah, you know what I mean. I will see you next week, where the title race will continue into the high altitudes of Mexico City, where we will be doing the 12th round. 4 rounds to go. It's anyone's game, but Marcel has the advantage.